God damn it. There's a StreamYard repeat button. It's called loop. Everybody, welcome to
Loop. There it is.
Wednesday night is over.
Ooh, bad.
All right. Well, StreamYards has the feature. Don't blame me 100%. Just like 85. That being said, Christ.
Now let's just blame Vince McMahon. We can blame him for everything now, and no one can say anything.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Mr. JV, what's up?
What's up? Oh, we got a SummerSlam card that is pretty much all set and ready to go. We got big moves regarding NXT. We got the WWE headed to Japan for the weekend for some live events, bringing more talent over, and a lot of stuff. A lot of good things happening. Welcome, folks. Let's get the show started.
Speaking of the show, he's always shilling. That would be LeftEyeEgo.
What's happening, fellas? What is happening? I've been looking forward to this, especially with SummerSlam, and JV actually made me do some more research. So I feel like I am doing adequate now and ready for tonight.
Okay, good.
All right. Our resident lawyer who is watching many things that we are. What's up there, Brad? How you doing, man?
Oh, I just got back from the high seas. I feel awesome. Although I've been arguing a lot. I've been arguing a lot at real work. Literally just stopped working about an hour ago, my time. So I'm a little concerned about the strength of my arguments tonight. I don't know.
Really?
Isn't that like your job to argue all day with people?
Yeah, and I get tired
Yes,
after a bit.
Yeah, I see that, and
So, what poor bastard did? It's gonna be on the hook if your arguments are horrible.
Well, just now, this is it.
This
is where it's gonna be.
yeah.
This is it. Everything else, I was kicking ass otherwise, but now I'm tired. So,
Oh, okay. Maybe I should
advantage of this.
rephrase that to if you were defending Ego and his love for Jade. But that being said,
oh, you can only lie so much.
It's true.
How dare you?
That being said, Matt, I forgot. We will get to you now, but we'll get your entrance pick for you. So that being said, welcome to the newest member, Matt. What's up? What's up, buddy? Voice of the chat is here. I think you're on.
And has nothing to say.
Nice. I thought he was about to go into the chat. So there you go.
No, you are the voice of the chat, dude.
Oh, okay. Sorry, man. I'm still a little off. I'm still a little brain damage from the acolyte. I haven't recovered yet. You know, I'm taking regenerative medication. I'm hopefully.
What are you talking about? Bring on season 2. Oshmere forever.
Oh no, and then I almost had a hemorrhage. I was preparing for my Friday show, and I was looking for topics, and I saw a top 10 sci-fi list of all time, and they put the Doctor Who TV show from not the old Doctor Who, but the new Doctor Who, as one of the top 10 sci-fi TV of all time, and you almost didn't see me because I almost stroked out.
Did they define? Wait. I'm sorry. I have to ask this question. Did they define years? Was there a stop at Capaldi?
To 2024.
I'm sorry. Nothing happened after Capaldi.
Exactly. You know?
I just like Star Wars ended with the Revenge of the Sith.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
JB, I see that now. You're a huge Doctor Who fan. So what did you think about the You are? And you made that face?
Yeah.
Oh, old school. Sorry. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So,
Jesus Christ, awkward silence.
And left eye. I have the way out for you on Jade Cargill. Stephanie Wakur, join me. Come to the dark side.
Stephanie,
I may need convincing, but I'll leave an open mind.
She She is what she is. If you take Stephanie DeVacare, Julia, and Delta, this is what they hoped Jade Cargill would be.
Would have been, yeah.
Good.
But we still got,
God, dude.
there's still time left.
I hope
Things
so,
could
man.
change.
I really hope so.
Things could change.
Well,
And,
they
and
could.
Joe Biden will start running again as well at the same time.
Okay.
Wow. Why?
Maybe
Why?
Jade Cargill will
At some
resign and Kamala will take over as the wrestler.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Well, then Joker's going to have a problem because there's no one that cackles better than her.
Can you imagine?
That's true.
It's like the dark
God.
female version of Joker.
Kamala has doing a frog splash on someone.
Fair.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Just
You can see her going down.
Yeah.
She always goes down. Stop it.
I'm
Y'all need to
sorry.
Stop it.
I'll just talk to Willie Brown, Mayor Willie Brown, about it.
Ow.
Oh, good God.
At some point, folks, we are going to talk wrestling.
We will
Just
talk.
saying.
Hey, did wrestling happen in this week?
I mean, apparently wrestling happened somewhere. Maybe. I don't know.
I think so. Maybe. Perhaps.
So maybe I hate to dub him this, the King of the Ring, JV should actually maybe get us back on track. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Keep celebrating because I'm World Heavyweight Champion or WWE Champion. So just for the record.
Whatever. Not by our scores. You're not. Not by your scores. You're not. You're
Oh,
not
so I'm the
close.
People's Champion. That's better. Thank you.
No,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
you're not that either.
One day we're gonna have y'all cut a promo and just and settle this.
Well, that's not fair, JV.
So anyway, we got a SummerSlam. Last week we had about 5 matches confirmed. Monday we got 7. We got a total of 7 matches for this card, and this looks like it could be a banger show. Matter of fact, last night at work I watched probably the best SummerSlam of all time. That would be 2002, which is a very good SummerSlam.
Is this a 2-night one or just a 1 night?
It's
It's
the one night one.
Okay.
It goes to 2 nights, I believe. 2026 in Minneapolis is where that starts. Okay, so we got. If we look down the card real quick here, what do they got here? We see some folks. We got okay. What do we got here? Updated.
Yeah. Okay.
It's in Cleveland? Okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
Cleveland Browns Stadium. Okay, so let's start right here first. Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the undisputed WWE Championship. Okay, this is a match that not a lot of folks, as far as the actual match goes, is like, why is this a title match? Solo the last couple weeks has been much improved in his mic work and WWE trying to portray him as a credible threat. But let's be honest, this match is about the anticipation of the return of Roman Reigns. That's what people are waiting to happen. And plus, when you got the bloodline and you have the walking cheat code that is Jacob too, this match could get very interesting very fast.
I mean, come on now. I mean, Solo could have, went somewhere and sang the national anthem and got all that hype and just, it just works.
Okay, sure. No.
So I guess are
So,
we all
well,
picking? Are we all picking that Cody's not dropping the belt?
No.
No.
Cody is not.
Do
So-
you think
should,
that
but
Roman
he's
Reigns
not.
is actually going to show up, though?
Yes. Now,
Even there,
okay.
you think he's going to show up?
Okay, so here's Cody needs to win this match Cody's going to win this match, but he needs to win clean. Roman cannot come out and appear to save Cody Rhodes. This has to be Cody wins. He wins clean. The after effect, because the last 2 weeks, Randy Orton's been taken out. Kevin Owens has been taken out. This may also signify bringing back the return of Jimmy. Maybe it may bring back Jay. And we saw something on Raw that is a little bit of foreshadowing here, because the return of Roman is now going to take the bloodline story off of Cody for a brief time, and it's going to move that to eventually at Survivor Series Bloodline versus Bloodline Warrior Games match.
Oh,
There.
Okay.
That's your hook. That's your hook for Survivor Series. That's going to be your main event.
I agree that's what's going to happen. My problem with that is they're going to have the same problem in a different way with Roman Reigns when he comes back. They did when Vince was trying to push him and he wasn't, and they were booing him no matter what. Roman is going to be so over as a face coming back because the fans are going to want him back on the title shot. They're going to want him. So how? I mean, and they're going to react as like you're not giving us what we want, and they're going to start booing Cody. That's what
That's
Cody
gonna
right
be,
now.
That's going to be that, and that's good. That's a good going to be a challenge for creative, because you are correct. Once Roman comes back, he's going to overshadow everything.
Everybody.
I saw
SmackDown.
the Joker. You did a video that I did not get a chance to watch, but it was basically alluding to the fact that when Roman comes back, just from the thumbnail and the title, it's like Cody loses all momentum when Roman comes back. That was my takeaway from just seeing
it's going to be okay. It's going to be that Roman is going to now enter like Brock Lesnar status. He's going to be special event. He is not going to be around all the time because he doesn't need to be all the time. He's going to be that super special main event type of action, like once you hear his music hit, it's like, oh shit, just got real now. So Cody going into WrestleMania season, I think they're going to have either Kevin Owens or Randy Orton turn heel, probably Randy, because
both,
or possibly both, because he and Randy have that history together. Move and try and move that into at least Royal Rumble season, when the Bloodline story will re-engage Cody Rhodes with the reemergence of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yep.
Okay.
And that'll give us.
I mean, that was my question. Well, I was wondering because I was like, damn, it's July. How are they gonna be able to do this into like what, March or April? So by that estimate, you're saying you can kind of stave off of it.
It's Rock and Roman.
Enough anticipation.
A way they could do
this.
I
was
thinking.
Hold. Give me one second, Matt. Because the Raw after Mania, you had The Rock, Cody in the ring. They swapped belts just to hold them. And The Rock is looking at Cody's championship going, this just feels right.
Well, he said, I've never held this version and it feels right. And it was.
And then he says, when I come back, I'll be looking for you. Don't break my heart again. So,
and Cody says, looking forward to it.
Right. So Cody and The Rock are right now on a collision course for WrestleMania 41. How they get there? Because The Rock's going to have to be at Elimination Chamber or Rumble, or else we get what happened last year all over again.
Well, it'll most likely be Rumble, in my opinion.
Here's how you could do it.
That's my guess as well.
So Cody goes over, wins clean over Solo in SummerSlam, right? Then The Rock and the rest of the Bloodline come out and they put Cody out for like 3 or 4 months. like brutally beat him down, get a lot of heel heat. That protects
The
Cody
belt.
from the Roman effect that I said before, from getting booed because they won't get Roman. Yeah. And then when he
I can
comes
see that
back,
working.
Cody isn't focused on the title. He's focused on murdering The Rock.
So who gets the title then?
Well, it goes up in the air,
Cody still
obviously. Well, yeah.
Can he
They-
go,
they
how,
don't do
how
that
long can you keep it up
anymore.
in the mirror for that long?
They won't do that anymore.
No.
No, but they could have they could have legal controversy, delay a tournament for. They could always gimmick the title being vacant for a month or two while they work out how to put it off. But I'm looking at the storyline here, right? And I'm trying to think, how could they protect Rhodey from Roman's return, and just get the fans are going to want to see Roman big time, you know. And Cody needs something in his storyline to get him back on the hunt. And if they did that, if they had the bloodline, like put him in the hospital, like he could die, you know, one of those fake storylines where he had to recover from injuries. I mean, like then he comes back. He doesn't care about that. He just starts coming back in and trying to murder The Rock every time he's on the screen, you know. And that goes into WrestleMania.
I get what you're saying. Because honestly, I feel like, and I know I've said it before, we hit Avengers Endgame and no one knows what to do with Phase 4 and Phase 5. That's what the problem is with Cody Rhodes.
An interesting thing, by the way, just to add in. So from outside rumors and such, Dustin's contract is almost up at AEW.
I did hear that.
He wants to come back and support Cody in his. Dustin's getting ready to retire.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Having your brother, remember the whole thing about wrestling has more than one family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also,
I mean, it's legacy.
Yeah,
wrestling is legacy.
If you're following like you know, Ring of Honor / AEW, this could also get the Von Erichs involved in a little support, because now the Von Erichs and Rhodes, they're the way to do this for Cody's storyline that could build. I don't know what they're going to do, to be honest. I'm just worried that they're going to ruin Cody's momentum, which he still kind of has, even though his storyline's kind of floundering. In my view, when Roman comes back and the fans are going to pop so hard for Roman, they're going to want the belt on Roman. You know, they're going to want Roman to be the leader.
I don't think so. I don't think so, because, and I don't think Roman ever needs a championship again. Don't think he does.
I agree with you.
I agree with that. Actually,
I agree with you.
I agree with JV.
Really?
I'm saying,
based on his last run, probably not.
No,
his legacy secured.
Roman has cemented himself in iconic WWE history. So I've kind of stayed quiet this whole entire time. This is what I think is going to happen. Cody's story is, it's not floundering. It's the Titanic, and literally you have the stern bobbing up and down. Nobody really cares at this point.
Yeah.
More people are more invested with Dom and Liv and Rhea Ripley than anything else. And that's all the clips I see.
Mm-hmm.
It's any of this.
Well, I think they're more invested in Liv's ass, which I'm just saying was all over the place.
Well, I mean,
That's fine.
Every straight man,
that's some cake.
Gay woman is invested.
I mean, it's just it's better drama. Which when again,
There's that.
Dudes like combat sports, women like dramas. Entertainment. You put the two together, you get viewers.
Pro wrestling,
pretty much. That's the attitude era in a fucking bubble. You get combat, you get drama, and you put it together.
I explained this to the missus this week.
That's going to support what JV says. It's not great television, but it's fucking great television at the same time.
It's not going to win an Emmy. It's not Breaking Bad, but it keeps you watching.
Yeah.
Certainly entertaining.
So hold on real quick. Let me finish where I'm going with this. And then I'll let you go, dude. Because I know you. So Cody needs a huge bump. It's just stale. And so what I think is going to happen is that no, Solo's not going to win. Not even close.
No,
Cody's going to win in typical Cody fashion. And
the
Roman's
wind's
going to
clean.
come out. Roman's going to come out and he's going to state, I never got my rematch, because every world champion gets a rematch. That's the way it has always been. There have been a few
I agree.
exceptions during being hurt and stuff like that. You don't get a rematch. Roman never got a rematch. Roman needs a rematch. I don't think Survivor Series, I don't think it's big enough. It needs to be hyped to maybe Royal Rumble. Yeah. And to sell that.
Here's my one thing with that, because the bloodline storyline is all about Solo and his renegade group, his band of thugs, where as Heyman said, we were bad guys, but we had a code. There was some honor there to it. Roman is not going to look at Cody Rhodes. He is going to be staring down Solo. Basically,
I agree.
What have you done?
I agree. But I haven't answered that.
So maybe. Okay, go on.
Okay, so yes, JV's 100% right. Roman Reigns comes out because Solo has disappointed. Solo decided to go, look, I'm the bestest ever. I'm in charge now. And when Solo gets freaking skunked, Roman comes out and he faces Solo first. And he looks at him and he says, acknowledge me. That's the shtick, right? He says, acknowledge
That's
me.
good. Okay.
And Solo acknowledges him. And when everybody thinks, no, I think you will. If you lose to Cody Rhodes, you have to bend the knee. And when everybody thinks that this is something that, and Roman turns, and I'm not saying it to be a heel, he looks at Cody and he's like going, we got one more because I have my rematch. Let's go.
That's possible.
And that will make people on all sides, that will be an exciting match for Royal Rumble that fans will get behind and be hyped for.
Okay.
That's possible. Very possible.
All right.
That's my shtick. I'm out of this one unless anybody else has to add.
I think at SummerSlam, we're not going to see an actual confrontation between Roman and Solo. Literally, I think what will happen is I think Cody's absolutely going to win. And then there's going to be a bloodline attack at the end just to beat the hell out of Cody. And then just Roman appears at the stage. And just like everyone stops. He doesn't do anything. He just appears.
Doesn't need
and
to.
They're like, that's it. They cut at that point. And like everyone is like, Roman's back. And like they're just leaving Cody and like the bloodline, like, now what the F? And then
I like that more. I like that more, Brad. Yeah. That's better.
And then we do our press conference.
Still for him.
We do our press conference, and Triple H is like, I didn't know Roman was coming back. I don't know what this means. They're building up for possibly like him showing up on Raw or SmackDown. It's like, what is Roman doing? Keep it a mystery as to what he's doing and what is he there for Cody? Is he there for the bloodline? What's he there for?
I like that better.
I would deviate from that with one thing. I would deviate from that from one thing. Roman doesn't show up to the scrum. Paul Heyman does.
Heyman
speaks for Roman.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I would say Paul Heyman comes. No, I mean, I'm going to change it. Paul Heyman comes out, and then Roman comes after him.
Yeah,
I mean, for Paul Heyman to come out and to stop the tussle and stuff like that, not have been seen on the stage,
and then with that, no,
and everybody turns and looks like going, "Whoa!"
And then they say, and then Soul get him, and like Jacob,
not that far.
Starts to go forward, and then Roman just appears.
It would be more along the lines, if because I'm kind of leaning towards that one too now. Paul comes out and he says, "Stop, stop, stop," and everybody looks at him like going,
Mhm.
like, like, really? Who the fuck are you now? And then the music hits behind him, and then
Okay.
the reaction and the cliffhanger that works better.
I think
That's possible.
Roman does nothing other than appear. That
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
if Paul. I'm okay with Paul coming out. That's fine because that's a shock to begin with. But then he's there, usher as the spokesman for Roman Reigns, and just no one says anything. Roman appears. Everyone's like, oh, cut.
You know
And-
what they could do. So
What's up,
let's say Roman does that, right? He just appears. Then they open Raw the next
Okay.
night with Roman in a hospital room with Paul in a coma, and Roman gets his first promo from Paul's room, like setting the
Wow.
tone, you know, like
All
Jesus
that is Kamala and Joe over the last weekend. That's all that is.
God.
Wait, who is this? Come
All right.
Kamala
Khan, Ms. Marvel.
Yeah. Ugh. That's not better.
Okay, so
Wait for
now
it.
we have the next match: Damian Priest versus Gunther for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Gunther.
I
Sorry.
agree.
Too soon?
I was actually over the last couple weeks, after this Monday and the previous Monday, Gunther has been bringing the best out of Priest as far as his mic work has been going. Because Gunther's just a prick, and he plays the role perfectly. He's just this foreign invader. He's a prick. He is better than everyone. He is a elitist snob. Damian
And he's
is
German.
a guy as a
German.
kid
I
from
don't
the
know.
streets. A kid from the streets worked his way up. It's a feel good story, and I kind of thought, okay, we got Bash at Berlin at the end of the month. Could we stand another couple weeks with the belt on Damian? But then there's other things going on here because we got two matches with titles involving Judgment Day members. One of them is going to have shenanigans in it. So you can't have one with no shenanigans at all,
Okay.
and one with. So Gunther takes the belt now. Damian Priest gets screwed by Finn.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I would have to bring that up. I was going to say the Judgment Day right now is a mess. Okay. They need to make the Judgment Day either a hard heel or a hard face faction because for whatever, somehow Damian Priest became a face. I don't know how he did it, but they did it. Right. And Rhea, as usually happens with a great heel, when they get injured, they come back and they get cheered, you know? So she's over with, she's a face now.
Judgment Day's breaking up.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They got to fix the Judgment Day. Maybe have Liv steal it and make it a heel faction type of thing. Liv and Finn, you know, and that would fix Finn Balor's character by letting him be a hardcore heel for a year or so, you know, because you know,
nice.
Yeah, and fix Dom Mysterio because he used to. I don't know wasn't it a year ago when he was one of the two most hated guys in wrestling, him and Roman Reigns, and like now he's.
I have an idea what's going to happen with Dom, and I'm going to wait to say it. And I'm going to ask
my thoughts on it.
Let's wait because I don't think Dom comes up in this conversation right now.
So let me comment on Damian Priest. He's about as milk toast as it gets. He's boring.
We don't have great champions right now.
Neither
one of
cares. Nobody cares. And I mean that in the most sincere way possible. Damian Priest's character is good. Leading the Judgment Day as a champion, nobody cares. Nobody wants him. They call him bisexual Undertaker. He's boring. He sucks.
When you get tagged with bisexual Undertaker, you're done.
Yes, your character's done.
I mean,
you need a revamp. You look like Hot Topic took a fucking sex work
There's no
with the LGBTQ community and said, well, we're going to inject steroids.
God.
So he's like 6'6". Great. Congratulations. Like, he sucks. He's terrible. And that's not a shot at the guy who plays him. I don't know his real name. I don't care. He needs a rebranding. This sucks. It sucks. Gunther is hated. Gunther is very look. I think Damien is very talented. His shtick sucks. His character sucks. The kayfabe sucks. Gunther is on top of it. They need to put it on Gunther to save and start pumping out the whole Gunther sucks. He's a dick. He's an asshole. Like going, everybody gets to hate him, and let Damian Priest revamp himself outside of the Judgment Day, because quite frankly, you're towing around a freaking wagon that is CW kind of garbage at this point.
They've been saying that he's going to join one of the Latino factions, depending on heel or face.
Why are you grumbling, Ego?
LWO. The LWO.
Yeah, it's just you're right. He looks like the back section of Hot Topic. That's all. It's just he bores.
Look, I mean, I'll give Priest credit. He had a couple good matches carrying his title to Gunther, so I'm not going to go crazy on the guy.
Get
the belt off of him. He's trying to get the belt off of him. You know,
I know
he did his job.
And I'm just saying, I get it. It's just for me, you can be anything that's like boring, and he's boring to me. I thought he would have at least a decent finisher. Go ahead.
I think we all recognize that he was an interim champion.
Yeah.
And it's time for him to pass it on to a new generation.
Yeah.
Since that's the theme of tonight.
Revamp your character.
Had it been a one-off, but he's held it too long. We've had
he's not interesting enough to hold it this long.
And we missed last week because quite frankly, I was on a new work schedule. So like what? We've had 4 episodes. Last week would have been 5 had I been here and been able to do the stream. We've had 5 weeks with him, or 6 weeks. How long has it been?
Since what?
It's been a while.
Mania.
It's at least 3. There's been 3 PLEs.
For 3 months.
No.
Yeah, at least. It's been 3 months, man. Mania was April.
Yeah.
Well,
in August will be 4 months.
Yeah, but I think had they not been planning for this title for Gunther, he would have dropped it to Money in the Bank to do it. I mean,
and that's fair. And that's fair. It's just he's just too boring for me. That's all. I didn't get the look. I didn't understand why they wanted to make him champ. It's like you need to have a common man when you say the name of the finisher, because if you said some shit like South of Heaven, I'd be like, motherfucker, Earth. It sounds like you're trying to choke slam from hell, but you couldn't decide, and you're also, like, choke slam.
Also, just for the record, like I'm literally like an inch shorter than the guy. You know, and well, I'm the same height wearing the boots, so he'd be an inch taller than me because he wears the boots.
Yeah.
You know, they give you a little bit of platform. So I'm 6'4".
April 7th, 2024. That's when he won the title at WrestleMania.
Yeah. And it's like my character was better. Legion. My character of Legion being like were many of like this psychotic thing. What the hell is this? What is
his character?
It's nothing. It's like emo boy from Hot Topic that grew up and had braids.
And the character got worse when they made him a face. You know what I mean?
But it got horribly worse.
Yeah. So he's gonna lose the title next week. So when I don't know that we have to go crazy about that anymore.
And you know what? We need.
I hope so. But JV wanted to say something. So
let me add this. And the reason I say Finn is going to screw him over. This now leads into, as I have said, this has been the plan of Finn Balor and Liv Morgan the whole time. They are working in cahoots, because the original members of the Judgment Day are Rhea, Damian, and Edge. Edge is gone, so now you get these 2 out. So this will lead to a bad blood match between Damian and Demon Finn Balor.
Ooh,
Damian versus Damien versus the Demon. It just rolls.
I don't know.
It just rolls.
Wade, what's
It
up,
just
buddy?
rolls off the tongue. It just rolls
It's
off the tongue. And as a stutterer, if anything rolls off the tongue, I just go with it.
it sounds. I kind of like the idea.
I actually
just
agree with
feels-
that.
It just feels like they need to do more with Finn to get him back and be like he needs a little bit of time between to like be a real evil sort of like it can't just be.
Well,
like,
that'll be 2 months. That'll be 2 months.
I guess it's 2
It's
months.
October.
I mean,
It's October.
yeah, you know, and build a new Judgment Day that's Healy and murders people for 2 months, and you know, yeah. So,
I think it needs more than that. I think he needs a couple of months off and needs a rebranding. And really
Finn?
lean into
Finn or
that
Damien?
whole kind of like a
He
cult
is gonna-
thing. It's not it's not
He's going to join the WO. There is a reason that he has been speaking Spanish more in this program. Almost calls himself El Campeón. The Latino, the world order is his next landing spot.
I mean,
okay.
if
think
you're right,
having-
if you're right, dude, which a lot of times you are on this stuff, I
Oddly,
think I think that what do you mean oddly?
it's so odd how often he's right. It's so weird.
Well, he does his research. I've
I
known
know,
the guy a
but
long
it's like
fucking
it's like
time.
freakish. It's like freaking Joker Damas. So
Joker is the Alex Jones.
kinda,
version.
yeah.
Thomas, nice.
If he leans that direction, I think his character becomes a caricature, and it really.
That's the L. That's the L.
But then he's in his place though. He's a mid. Damian Priest is a mid Carter. Okay,
that's true. That's a
And
true statement.
Now he had his one little surge where he carried the title between Drew and Gunther for 2-3 months or whatever. Fine, he did his little high card thing. Now he's gonna go back to the mid card and be a good mid Carter for another year or two. Maybe get another little 2-month stint in a year or two. You know,
He's not Jinder. He's not Jinder Mahal, but he's a decent
No,
mid
thank God.
carder. Let him
Yeah.
compete
Hmm.
for the IC or American title. That's fine. I think if you put the title on Gunther, you make the title interesting again. Because right now the title is not interesting on Raw at all.
No.
And the title should always be interesting.
Well, as far as the top titles on Raw, the only world championship that is interesting is Liv's.
and
That's
that's
just 'cause
because it's basically days of our lives at this point.
yeah.
Well, okay. So I mean,
And her ass.
So we could
I'll give you that.
So since we're here, let's just go to Rhea and Liv right now, where
Okay.
a lot of folks have said that Rhea is gonna win, and I said not next week. No, she's not. There is way too many
I agree.
miles and way too many dollars to milk out of this story. This ends
I
at
agree.
Bad Blood. This
No,
ends
I
at
think it
Bad
goes
Blood.
beyond.
No,
All right. So
Bad Blood.
all right. So this is what I was saving. So
Well, okay.
my
as
question
far
is this.
as the title goes.
right.
Okay.
Okay. So in this match, how many believe that Dom screws over Rhea and goes with Liv?
I don't know. I mean,
I can't
Dude,
fight that.
she's
Dominic
got a
has-
fat ass,
Dominic has
think-
been channeling.
and that's not my own point.
Dominic has been channeling Eddie. Has been channeling Eddie
His real dad?
Guerrero, right?
Well, they work
For quite
pretty
some-
much family, to be honest. He's a real dad.
So this is something that. So yeah. So and it's because that this match is going to end in shenanigans. This is basically where I think the Judgment Day completely falls apart.
Yeah.
Is for the
I agree
SummerSlam.
with that. Yeah.
The
I agree
current
with that,
Judgment
yeah.
Day. The current Judgment
Because
Day.
you can't, right? Because you can't have 2 matches with Judgment Day if one's going to end in shenanigans, the other one ends clean. You can't. They're both.
Yeah.
This is going to be
Well, this has to be Liv's power play. This whole
Yes.
theme.
yes.
This has been building up to
Yeah.
something, and SummerSlam is where it's been building up to. So Liv's master plan has to come to fruition here. Now, and the
Right.
reason I say I'm not sure about Dom is like they've been having his character flounder in the wind. So betraying Rhea could fix his character, right?
Yeah.
But the question is this:
Make him
will they
hated.
let him? The thing is, I hate saying it this way. They got to let him hit her or shove her off the ring or something. Like he needs to be evil. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Go for
I
it.
don't. Will they let him go that far? Like, because they don't want at least until they get to Netflix, they wanted PG-13 most of this stuff. So, but Dom, the proper thing for Dom to do is to hit Rhea with like 5 DDTs in the middle of the ring while the ref is knocked unconscious. That would be the way. That would be the way to do this.
Ooh,
Too dark.
I like
That's
that.
slightly excessive with
Well,
5.
I'm overdoing it just to emphasize what the kind of direction. You know what I mean? Obviously,
The
not 5
betrayal.
DDTs, but a hard betrayal where Rhea is like clocked and like the whole
Okay,
bit.
I have an idea how, just not what's going to happen, but the idea. So, like, Liv is in a precarious spot, and the ref is knocked out. So it's a chance for Rhea to like beat the hell out of her. She's like, "Dom, give me the chair. Dom, give me the chair." So he comes up on the apron.
Go for
He's
the
going to
same
hand the
spot.
chair.
Go for the same.
And he's
Go for the same spot that's going to
no.
Go- go for the same shoulder.
No. What he does
Okay.
is he takes a chair and throws it over Rhea or something like this to Liv, and Liv hits her with the chair.
Okay.
I think
So
that's
that, so that he doesn't actually hit her, because I get the total PG-13 thing. So I don't think we need to make him that evil, but you absolutely need to show him align with Liv in some way, that he
Or-
does something so Liv cheats, beats Rhea, and then the next Raw, he comes out and just like, Dom actually has to deliver the best fucking promo he's ever done in his life about how he screwed over
If he
Rhea
can get it.
because Rhea screwed him.
If he can get it,
Or
if he can get a word out.
to add on what Brad said, like instead of throwing the chair to Liv, do you guys remember what the Van Terminator is? So hold
Yeah.
the chair over Rhea
Okay.
while Liv does a flying drop kick into her, like with that was a Van Terminator where you jump into a drop
Okay.
kick.
Oh.
So you got to get
Okay.
Dom involved in hitting Rhea, like not just it can't look accidental in any way.
No,
or
it has to be intentional. Absolutely. But I don't think
Right.
he does it on his own. I think it's clear that he helps Liv. That has to be the
Yeah.
play.
okay. So
Yeah.
y'all are
Right.
making it more complicated than it needs to be.
Okay.
I'm going to sell this one right now. It's going to be what happens
on.
is that the ref gets taken out in whatever way.
Okay.
A ref bump.
Rhea goes to hit Liv with a chair because she's angry. And Dom slides in and steps between her and says, No, stop. Because that's meant to be, because we've talked about this just, I don't know, a couple months ago, that Rhea is going for a more face approach.
Mm-hmm.
Dom is a heel. He's a heel. The
Mhm.
thing is, though, is that he was very much infatuated with Liv. So, in the thought of, and I'm going to say old school classic style, where he stops Rhea, she looks at him like, "Are you fucking shitting me with this?" Like, going, "She ruined us. She took everything. She's manipulated you." And I'm sorry, Rhea smashes Dom right over the head with the chair, and the crowd cheers.
That's possible.
It's that
Okay.
simple.
Possible.
It's so simple.
Okay.
The point I'm making is just
Okay.
trying to fix Dom's character. You know what I mean? Not just. Anyway, yeah, it's
Well, it does fix Dom's character because again, it dissolves everything. Rhea becomes over the top, a face. She and I'm not saying she's going to win after that fact because the ref even maybe the ref sees that, or Liv takes advantage and kicks her in the box and rolls her up, and the ref counts 1, 2, 3. I mean, they're classic wrestling styles. Dom doesn't have to do a thing other than go, no, stop. And literally Rhea's gonna go look at Dom like, the fuck are you doing? Are you serious with this? I thought we put this behind us. And she's gonna and she's just gonna go, she's gonna look away as they always do and whap and just smash his face.
Either way, I think we all agree. I think we all agree. Liv retains through
Yes.
shenanigans.
Yes.
It's not a clean win.
I agree.
No. But
And
no,
now we go to the other.
Rhea is not walking out. That's the whole plot. Okay, so which one do you want to go to? Bailey, Nia,
Now we go
or
yes, Bailey and Nia, with the looming threat of a certain Miss Money in the Bank, which there's a looming threat no matter what, because Tiffany Stratton is Miss Money in the Bank, and she will probably be in Nia's corner for this match. Okay.
This is interesting.
Also, her case is very, very pink.
It's kind of effed up.
This will probably be where we get. This Friday show is not live. It was taped because they're doing live events in Japan this weekend.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought, oh no, that it's been a long time. No, for Fridays are not taped anymore. Sorry, not live anymore. Strike that, reverse it. Shut up, Brian. JV, take us into it.
Okay.
It's just like, stop talking.
Okay, so we got the current WWE Women's Champion Bayley versus the Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax. Nia Jax wins. Nia Jax wins. Takes the title through shenanigans, and either this show or the SmackDown after, the Queen of the Ring comes face to face with the return of the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
Ooh, that's okay.
Okay, I want let's deconstruct this. So the Queen of the Ring through shenanigans beats Bailey, because the reason I say this is because Nia Jax is kind of mountain and Bailey's hill. I'm just saying. So what shenanigans are you thinking? I didn't think that far
That's an
ahead.
important question.
It could be it could be as little as Stratton threatening to cash in, make this a triple threat, or just any distraction from the outside. It's not going to take
Something.
Going to take much.
Something needs to change with the belt, though. That's the problem. Because again, Bailey has no direction.
Bailey is, and she has no story.
Bailey's stagnant right now. She's a placeholder.
She's Cody.
Maybe she can join the
She
Latino
is
World
Cody.
Order, too.
I mean, both of them at WrestleMania. It's literally the same thing. It's like we got the great ending, but we don't know how to write the sequel.
Well,
Well,
it's not just that with those two, though. They're all, I mean, I hate to say this because I like Bailey a lot, but neither of them are all-time great wrestlers. They can't carry it on their own. You know what I mean?
They don't have the charisma. And look,
Yeah.
I was at NXT with Bailey. She's an incredible person. Like I came up literally kind of like below her in a sense, but she was one of those people that, like, whenever, like, the younger talent, and I think I'm older than her, but I was still younger talent. I was greener than she was. She would sit in the audience and she would cheer and she'd have fun and she'd enjoy the show. So Bailey's a gem, but the thing is that I don't see where Bailey would beat Nia Jax. I think Nia Jax is going to take it, and the reason I say this is that Nia Jax is going to she has to come out on top, or
Clean
appear
or
to
generally speaking?
no, hold on, appear to come out on top. Maybe she hits her finisher, something like that, and then all of a sudden that Tiffany, she like slides it, she like literally smashes Skull, and she slides it to so the referee's about ready to call for the bell, but she gives him the briefcase, which starts a new match between her and she pins Bailey, or maybe vice versa. Maybe Nia beats Bailey, and then of course she smashes Nia over the head, and she hits her finisher, and cashes it in, just lays there 1, 2, 3.
I don't see that. I do not see that playing out that way. And the reason I mentioned Charlotte Flair is, again, you have the Queen of the Ring versus the Queen. That's a nice little feud to have there. Tiffany Stratton cashes in on the winner of that, which would be Charlotte Flair, who would then have 15 title runs, even though that last title is like 90 seconds. Tiffany Stratton cashes in on Charlotte, becomes the WWE Women's Champion, which leads to a feud that is a big marquee match at WrestleMania, Charlotte Tiffany.
The only reason I have a problem with that is because Charlotte Flair is of course we see on Instagram she's working her ass off to get back to literally and figuratively kneecap her like that is going to piss a lot of people off. It's gonna piss.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh no, dude. It's not great storytelling. You get somebody who comes back. I'm not saying that Charlotte needs to be launched into the title run, because she hasn't been here, but to get her back and maybe have her, I don't know, fight a few people and stuff like that and get her momentum back and get fans hyped, more, or just I feel like that's cheap. But then again, I mean, I don't know. I've been on look, and the reason I said this about the whole thing that Friday Night SmackDown used to be taped is because that was the last time I was in wrestling, was when Friday Night SmackDown was taped. That's how long it's fucking been when I was actually wrestling physically in a ring. So
It's like 2006, 2007.
No, Friday Night SmackDown was taped well into the literally the early to mid 2010s.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Because it was literally you had Monday Night Raw, which was live. Then you had ECW, which was live, and SmackDown was taped off the back of ECW.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably knew that back in the day. I just don't remember.
And now we got. So does everyone think that? So does everyone? So Matt, who you got for this match?
Yeah, Matt.
I mean,
Go on, sir.
Nia Jax is going to win it. I mean, there's no. It's obvious that it's as obvious as a freight train when you're tied to the railroad tracks, so to speak. But the problem with Nia is someone needs to coach her on promos, or she needs someone to talk for her. And if they could do either one of those things, she'd be a much more like functional. Yeah, I mean, she
Should have
almost
had
has
Heyman.
it. Like if you listen to her promos, the first line went like out of her mouth is usually good, and then she has a good instinct. Like when the crowd gets on her, she knows to yell at the crowd. But then she has something completely stupid every time. every
Yeah.
single time. Like, don't be naughty. No, call them.
My
jerks.
whole
Gross.
Yeah, like so. But she's gotten a lot better over the past year and a half in the ring. Nia has.
Yes.
Like, like
Much
she was
better.
always really good at putting the other person over and posting up for them and all that. But then she's gotten a lot safer, cleaner, and she could put herself
Safer.
over a little better. Yeah. And
Safer
Yeah,
being the key word.
I honestly think she's less likely to hurt someone compared to Jade.
yeah.
Why would you let Jade catch a straight? Okay.
But that being said, let me just
I was
finish.
trying to get you to walk off. Ego.
I don't want to get to the next match. Let me just finish.
I felt it. I knew you were doing that. I knew you were trying to trigger me. I said, don't let him win. Don't let him win. Let it happen last Thursday. Don't let it do it again. Let it do it again. Make no promises after this, but I knew what you were doing. I knew what you were doing, sir.
Would you like to talk about it, sir?
I didn't make you walk off on Thursday.
I am not.
What's up, Revenge?
That was not me.
No.
That was not me last Thursday.
I always blame you. It always happens when you're there, so I always blame you. Okay.
I'm just like, oh, Ego's walking off again. Good job, guys.
I would like to see Nia have like a maybe a 2 or 3 month little run here as a heel champion. You'll give her someone to talk for her, just like Piper has Chelsea to talk.
Chelsea
for her.
Green.
But maybe make a stable. Chelsea can talk for both of them.
Can Tiffany talk for her?
I am really getting tired of. I am really getting tired of the women making these 3-person stables. They've never worked, and the only one that did work for any amount of time was Damage Control, and Damage Control has run its course. It needs it.
Well,
they all need to go there.
They're doing these
Separate
factions because people they know these other people can't do promos. They can't talk. That's why they do these.
Well, there's that. And then you can also make makeshift tag teams to try and prop up the useless title, which Alpha Fire and Isla Dawn won it at Clash at the Castle, and their first real defense of it is going to be next week on NXT, not even on main roster.
Yeah.
Hi, Ariel. We have to say a hi to Ariel.
Hi, Ariel.
Hi, Ariel. Yeah. So that's
wait. Hold on. Are none of you familiar with Ariel?
Yes,
I am.
We have seen her.
I think Ariel's back home.
Okay, all right.
I thought you said last Thursday she was back home.
Okay.
I may be wrong.
And let me. I do not think Tiffany will or should cash in that Money in the Bank.
No.
Anytime soon. That should be 3 or 4 months from now minimum.
So hold on to that.
They should make
the
it so
belt
we
needs
forget
to
about
change.
We should forget about that she even has Money in the Bank as much as possible.
Oh, you know what she needs to do? She needs to go and get the briefcase redone. She needs to go get it Barbie-ized. They destroyed the briefcase, and now I want it Tiffany-ized, Barbie-ized.
And Wrestle Talk has this great video essay where Money in the Bank winners tend to go on losing streaks. That I don't want to happen. So, what's up, Mary?
Hey, welcome back.
And just to finish that, Tiffany Stratton is one of the few women currently in WWE who can compete, put on a show athletically with what's coming up with all the signings. Okay,
correct.
Between Stephanie Wakur, Yulia, Lillian Perez, Delta, they're all massively more athletic than anyone. Arguably, 1 or 2, but like Asuka might be the only one on the current roster who is as athletically capable as the ones coming up from
from around the world.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have 2 mid-card championship matches. We got the Intercontinental Championship between Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker, and the United States Championship, LA Knight, versus Logan Paul. I have been Sami Zayn has been my kryptonite of late. I think it's time to safely bet against Sami Zayn this coming up. It is time for Braun, and I think that they were just saving the larger stage for Braun. to
Well,
take the IC belt.
I think it's the same answer for
Sure.
both matches. LA Knight and Braun have these incredible pushes going on, and if they don't win here, you ruin the pushes.
Correct.
Okay.
Although that being said, Braun Breaker, like every 4 or 5 years, a guy comes along. Like from the moment you see them in the ring, you know if there's no injuries, the storyline's done right, and they don't make stupid financial decisions. You know, like Rob Van Dam stupidly not doing well in WWE or whatever. That guy is the next all-time great, and Braun Breaker is the next potential all-time great. You know,
Correct.
it's been obvious from the moment walked into NXT that like the genetics held true. Whatever you want to say about it, you know, he's
Yeah.
and he has like he's in like this is hard to explain. Like he's instinctually a good wrestler. Not just his
Right.
skill wise, but his and when I say good, I don't mean like real wrestling. I mean he knows where all the cameras are instinctually. You never like a lot of times you see when they're positioning the matches, they kind of do a little shuffle to get on the main camera or whatever. Braun Breaker always knows where the cameras are. Always knows, and he always like this is my biggest pet. One of my biggest pet peeves is when like your next move is like a flying elbow or something off the top rope. A lot of times now, the guy doesn't even put the dude in the position. He just runs up there and you see the guy squiggling over in the position now. You know, like the lazy way. Breaker puts an extra punch in, moves the guy in the position himself. Then, like he's a complete entertainer as far as the wrestling goes. So he's got to get this title. There's no way around that. There's no like from the point of view of the business, he has to have this title. And same thing with LA Knight, of course, of the push. You know, but the same.
I'm going to counter both. The reason
Go
I'm
on.
going to counter both, just because you know where the hard cam is, doesn't make you a good wrestler.
Not just the hard cam, all the cameras.
But the hard cam is the most important. That's the one you sell to every single time. The hard cam is called the hard cam for a reason. Look, I'm not saying that Braun Breaker is not awesome. He is. To get a push because you know where the cameras are.
That's not what I said. I said I just want to clear that's part of what he had. Like that's Sam saying he instinctually has that on top of all the other stuff. Like
it's not instinctual, dude. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not instinctual. You have to look for them. But not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that's wrong because that's the business. That's what you have to do. So he's very good at doing that. I think it's because he has that shock factor. For me personally, he's very shock and awe. But I wasn't trying to interrupt, Matt. Sorry. I'll let you finish.
Well, okay. So let me explain it this way. Stone Cold has said, for example, when you're being pinned and you're going to kick out, you should never actually have to look at the ref to know when to kick out. Okay.
Yes.
So because like once you train beyond a certain point, it should be instinctual to know that, right? I'm not saying Braun Breaker was born with the instinct to know what the camera is. I'm saying the level of training his uncles and dad have given him, plus NXT and all that, he's honed all the in-ring ability, not just the ability to demonstrate wrestling ability, for example, or athletic, whatever. He's for whatever reason, when you watch him in the ring, he doesn't make those stupid little like miscue mistakes with positioning that you see a lot of other people do. It's like it's like when you ride a bike, when you first want to do it, you're stumbling or whatever. We haven't seen the stumbling stage. Maybe that's happened way before he got to him. You know what I mean? Like by the time he got to NXT, maybe his uncle and his dad had drilled him in some local federation. You know, this is how you got to move in the ring. You know, that's kind of what I'm saying with that ability. So, and all these all-time greats seem to have all those things: the athletics, the good set of moves they can do, the promo ability, you know, the in-ring charisma, and every 4 or 5 years you get one of those guys. So if WWE don't screw it up, you know, 15, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, this guy will be going to the Hall of Fame as one of the all-time guys. And he's like a self-generated push. It's like him and LA Knight both have this like self-generated push with their in-ring work and their and all that. So it's like the same story, and it's kind of weird, you know, the same kind of level of title, the same story, you know, and it makes sense to me that that's why they would win the match, you know, for the business purposes.
Okay.
I actually don't disagree on some of that. I was just pushing back for the sake of because Matt watches a lot more wrestling than I do. Current wrestling, I catch
I
up.
want to put it. This is a good round robin discussion. Get it all
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Good.
I think his introduction, um, not actual introduction, but like going this flash of just hovering in the audience and just launching over the barrier and right in. That is going to be something that was that's actually a huge moment. I had a lot of issues with Brock Lesnar because he came in like he was this unstoppable thing, but it was so clunky. I hated it, and I don't have a. I don't hate Brock Lesnar. I hate the way he was introduced. He was introduced as this thing that was unstoppable, blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden, like kind of later on, after The Rock gave him his push, Hulk Hogan gave him the push. He was starting to lose to lesser superstars that we're not the same caliber. So I don't want to see that happen. That's kind of what I'm worried about because that makes your star die, in my opinion. Now, look, Brock Lesnar is still a huge name, but it's because he survived diverticulitis, and he came back because he could no longer be in the UFC.
Yeah.
Because if he got punched in the gut, he could actually have a rupture and die.
Mhm.
So I don't,
Fair.
I don't want Braun to be that. I'm not the infection, all that kind of stuff aside. I want Braun to be strong because he's strong.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar was pushed because he was like, "Ugh," and quite frankly,
yeah.
it was something that was said that the only person in the locker room who was stronger than Brock Lesnar was Kane because he worked out more than Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar admitted the only person who was ever stronger than me was Kane. And so I don't want a repeat of that because quite frankly, I think that sucked. I think that locker room sucked. I
Yeah.
think Brock Lesnar's character kind of sucked, and it wasn't entertaining. It was just, oh look, I threw this guy on my shoulders. I did the F5 and I won. And it's like going, okay, great. Um, I could have watched paint dry and thought of a better story and a better match than that. So but that's
Okay.
not against Braun. I'm sorry. I don't want Braun to be that. I want him to be better, and he's looking to be better. So I hope WWE minus Vince McMahon does much better. JV.
I was out having a quick little cancer break, so I missed a lot of this. But I think the results will be titles change hands. Both titles change hands. I think it's time. Logan Paul has held that belt for over 200 days, like 250 days. Defended it twice.
Isn't he from
so-
Cleveland though? Isn't this his hometown?
Okay, now that's interesting you say that because usually in a hometown you would tend not to drop a title. Logan Paul
Right.
is such a heel that in his lead up he would say, Cleveland, my hometown. That's why I left this place. This place
Yeah.
sucks. Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Also,
He will be
just
the
to add on, I remember reading something maybe 2.5 months ago. Logan Paul has something in real life he wants to other than wrestle for a few months. I don't know if it's a
Right.
movie or a TV show or something.
Okay.
And
Something
his
in
wife is
early
about to give
2025.
birth.
Yeah, that too.
And his wife is about
Yeah.
to have a kid.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So just to introduce from the Cleveland element, will the Miz
sucks.
will the Miz have any interaction at all?
He may show up, but he was not going to be on the card.
No, he's not on the card. I'm just thinking, if he's
They
gonna,
make him a host.
Well, they may do They may put the what do they call it, the awesome truth on the pre-card or something for a 10-minute match to warm the crowd up
Okay.
or whatever.
I was just wondering if maybe he shows up in relation to Logan Paul. If you're saying Logan Paul goes out there and trashes Cleveland, would he potentially show up just like do the opposite side?
I doubt it.
Okay,
No.
I'm just spitballing.
No.
I mean, it's just the Miz. I know. That's all.
And that leaves one match left for no title. Doesn't need a title because this is just straight up these two guys hate each other. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with special guest referee Seth Rollins, a la Undertaker, Bret Hart, and Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee.
You thought this was
Yeah.
going to happen in Bad Blood, didn't you? Though.
No. I said this is where the feud ends. This is round one.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
round one. So,
Oh no, it's
And
totally
I-
going on.
and I have to give a shout out to Jason Solomon, the Solomon. He predicted that Seth Rollins would be involved in some capacity, maybe as a special guest referee. He sent that out into the ether weeks ago.
And
So,
there's going
I
to be
gotta-
shenanigans during this match.
Oh yeah,
Total
absolutely.
shenanigans.
And
And-
and Drew wins round one.
Oh, okay.
I think we're going to see someone else, and I don't know who yet, to come out as part of the shenanigans.
Maybe.
Because the question is going to be: do they want Seth to go all heel or all face? Because to me, Seth Rollins works better as a heel.
He's so much better.
I mean-
as a heel.
I mean, all three of them do, to be honest. But the crowd made them make Punk the face, and because they wanted McIntyre to be the face and Punk to be the heel when he came back. But the crowd dictated that right away. So,
Correct.
so this could be where Seth helps on the shenanigans, screws Punk. So Seth and Drew become like a heel faction type of thing, and the third person comes out to Punk, maybe stops a beatdown or whatever. Something. It seems like they're building something here, and these two are going to be around a build.
Right. And this is going to be, so you've got these. So you've got these three with genuine heat that is just going to be cycling around all throughout.
Oh,
But this is where this feud between Drew and Punk starts. This is round one. It ends at Bad Blood in Hell in a Cell.
oh. Question.
Well, it definitely ends in Hell in a Cell. That's for sure.
Question. Do all three of these guys end up in a triple threat to face Gunther for the world championship?
That's possible. Down the road. That's
Yeah,
possible.
down the road.
That's possible.
Separate and apart from any Royal Rumble, because I see the Royal Rumble. Whoever wins Royal Rumble going after Cody.
Okay.
I think
Possibly.
these three would be keyed in on going on to the World Heavyweight Championship. Is that what
Very
it's called? I
possible.
don't
Do
know what
that.
it's called.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's my take. Is
Wait,
Drew?
hold
Because
on.
Drew needs the win more than Punk does.
They don't have Hell in a Cell anymore, do they? It's Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
When's the last time we had Hell in a Cell?
Okay.
I think
now
it's
the
been
Hell
like
in
15 years.
2023,
Okay.
2022, 2021.
the Hell in the Cell. The
The match
Hell
for
in
the
Cell,
PLE or whatever.
the Hell in the
Okay.
Cell pay per view has not been a thing for quite some time.
Which is
Huh.
good.
Yes, because quite frankly, the gimmick Hell in the Cell got overused.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last time they had a Hell in the Cell match was WrestleMania 39. Edge defeated Finn Balor.
Right.
Wow.
That's the last one.
Underwhelming.
Yeah, but the pay-per-view Elimination Chamber is a thing.
That's
Yes.
in February.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
Hell in the
because-
Cell is the gimmick.
because-
Hell in the Cell is
because-
basically replaced the steel cage match, right?
So okay, so
No, Hell in a
The-
Cell was actually the pinnacle over
it was
a
designed.
steel cage
It,
match.
Right.
Then
But,
Elimination Chamber was
Okay,
supposed
Hell
to
in a
be, oh
Cell.
my god.
Okay, Hell in the Cell was designed to end feuds. Now
Yes.
the way their structure is now, you've got the Rumble, and then so the winner of the Rumble makes a choice as to which title they're going to go for.
Yep.
The chamber
Okay.
match, the winner of the chamber match will challenge for the other title that has been
Which
that has
what
not
used to be
Okay.
sandwiched between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, which used to be
Correct.
No Mercy, which is now Elimination Chamber.
been. Okay, sure.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my
I
god!
thought- I'm just
I
trying-
need a fucking JV help. I need a list of the events coming up because they changed names and meanings.
Didn't Hell in a
Okay.
Cell used to be a whole pay-per-view on its own,
Yeah.
and then it just became
It
the
used to be.
match, kind of like the steel.
Well, no.
I feel like Hell in a Cell replaced steel cage as a type of match.
It started.
No.
It started as a match and then
It
became
started
a
as a
pay
match.
per view. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, and the pinnacle was the Armageddon Hell in a Cell match between The
Which
Rock,
used to be
Stone Cold
in
Steve Austin.
December.
Yeah, it was like September-ish. Yeah. So
And-
Okay,
all right,
so
get back to
okay,
it.
so Ryan, for the remainder of the year, you've got SummerSlam in
Yeah.
a week and a half. At the end of the month, you got Bash at Berlin, which is going to be the one-off. That is not going to be a regular thing. October, you have Bad Blood. The beginning, so that's the first weekend in October.
Yep.
First weekend in November, you have Crown Jewel, which will be in Riyadh.
I thought that November used to be Survivor Series.
That is
Turkey Day.
that is Thanksgiving the weekend.
Okay. So
Yeah.
all right.
And then that closes out the year
Yep.
for pay-per-views.
Yep.
So,
Okay, so that's what we have left.
are we still on the old Vinnie Mac schedule? Because are these all the pay-per-views, PLEs, whatever that Vinnie Mac had scheduled before Tripp
No.
took over?
No,
No,
We-
they booked them well in advance though.
Hmm.
we're on the Nick Khan schedule now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why they can't change SummerSlam for like 2 years to a 2-night event because they booked these things so far in advance for legal and economic reasons.
Okay.
It's like the Super Bowl.
So they booked the dates, but they didn't book the actual matches. It's just like going.
Correct.
Oh,
this
no.
city, this
Yeah,
date, this city,
yeah. The matches will change all the time. It's just like
Yeah.
where it happens and when it happens. I get that.
Yeah, I'm talking about the business side of it. Where you begin the
Yeah.
arena, you got to get all licensing and insurance and
Yeah, just like you
security and,
you secure the Olympics 12 years before you actually have it.
All right. We have been going for
All
1 hour and 20 minutes.
Holy
JV,
shit.
do you want to do
Yeah.
the thing? You want to do the?
So do we
Do the-
want to go best of 2024 up till now?
That may be another hour,
Let's
guys.
do it.
That's we
You want to
have
pick
gone
and
longer
choose some
than
of them from it?
I thought it was best
There's
match,
only
best
5
on-screen character, best rookie.
There were 5
Okay.
things.
Yes, 5 things. That's just 5 things, and
of
just
2024.
keep
Right.
yes so far
Okay.
of 2024.
I have
So-
my list.
My bad,
We
dude.
will-
My bad.
So we will start with the best match of 2024 so far.
Hold on. We're doing the same thing on our screens.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. that's-
Yeah, hold
Okay.
on. Hold up. Wait a minute now. Something ain't right. Shit.
Typing is tough.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm set.
I'm set.
I'm good to go.
Ryan
I'm good.
and reveal. Best match so far is okay. Okay. So we got two of the same right here. So
I'm so set for those arguments.
So, Left Eye, we will start with you.
I'm still here.
All
I'm
right.
gonna turn my camera off for a minute.
Okay.
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 I
Yeah,
would
Matt.
consider myself a considerably casual wrestling fan. The same way most people that don't really watch football turn into the Super Bowl because it's the biggest game of the year. I too was that casual when it came to wrestling. Rhodes v. Reigns actually got me back into watching this and wanting to know more about this on a more full-time basis than a casual fan. From the beginning, for me, the mic work was there. Even though Reigns had Paul Heyman, Reigns, in my mind, can still speak for himself. Reigns actually had the bloodline going for him, where I'd seen him previously. He was more of a solo guy, and it was hard to push him to me. So you had Cody Rhodes coming back from, all he did with AEW. I actually thought he was going to stay there forever. The fact that he came back, endured 2 years of abuse from what I heard, being put down and being denied a championship, for it ultimately to culminate in this match for over 2 years. The pop that he got when he actually won, the fact that he was able to actually revel in a championship. I felt like I was a winner watching him win. So for me, it has to be like the top match of the year so far. It's probably, I say top, maybe like the last 5 or 6 years to me, from what I've seen him from my point of view. It's got to be top. So I'll definitely have it as the top match for 2024.
Okay. Ryan, you want to add to that?
Well, I'm gonna go in a different direction because, quite frankly, I don't think that Cody Rhodes deserved anything.
Okay.
I don't think that Roman Reigns needed to prove anything. They were literally two kind of meteors crashing again. Cody Rhodes said, "Finish the story." That was very compelling. It was extremely compelling. And when you start sprinkling and in the Rock and of course the match itself, John Cena and the Undertaker and all these things that came together in a culmination, it was literally like watching Avengers Endgame, the WrestleMania story. So it was a lot of fun because, again, look, Cody lost night one, right? The Rock and Roman, they won. It was what fans of the Attitude Era wanted to see. It was fun. And for The Rock to not interfere until literally after John Cena came in, it was just fun. And then, of course, The Undertaker. It was supposed to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. It would have been that much bigger
Mm-hmm.
had it been Stone Cold and The Rock.
Yeah.
Holy buttholes, would that have been, astronomical. It was just an all in all good match. It was two younger dudes. They're like my age, so I guess younger.
Rock is 52. Jesus.
Talk about Cody and Roman.
He means Cody.
I know, but like two younger, like everyone else was like my age and Joker's age in the ring.
Yeah.
All right, I'm talking about the actual match. Brad. Just kidding. It was just a good fun match. It really was. It was a good fun match to watch. It was better than night one, and I think JV would agree to that. And ultimately, when Cody won, I was actually happy to see that, even though was not my favorite going into this. I didn't think he earned a whole lot of stuff, but he earned it over the storyline because, quite frankly, the work between him and Dwayne Johnson and the way the Rock worked him over attitude style, Cody Rhodes took it every second of the way and he went with it.
Good
That
point.
was beautiful. That was, and that's why I think that a lot of people have said that this is the start of the Renaissance era of wrestling, because we kind of got some stuff that wasn't the greatest. But no, shout out to Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. They sold the shit out of that. The cameos were great, but the match was awesome.
All right. I'll go next.
Okay.
And I find it interesting that we have all chosen WrestleMania 40 matches here. I'm choosing the match right before this match, right here, which basically had a similar story. You had the underdog, Bailey, who had just been ousted from Damage Control, over the far superior Io Sky. And you had a friendship dissolve. You had betrayal. You had right before, like the week before the event, you had Io cutting that the vignette where she spoke slowly in Japanese with the subtitles and showing the history of Damage Control. And you told it a great story in the ring with a similar outcome where the underdog found a way to win that didn't need all of the fanfare and the big spectacle and all of the cameos. You just had a great wrestling match by two excellent professional wrestlers. This was technically probably the best wrestling match, or one of the best wrestling matches of the entire event. So this is why I said on this show that this match will probably go down as a cult classic match, because as folks go back to rewatch this, they will understand how good this match actually was.
Can I just say one thing real quick? I stand by mine, but I'm very highly in support of JV's because Io Sky is hot. All right, I'm done.
Brad.
Oh, he has his glasses on. Jesus,
man, get ready, y'all.
That's because I'm old.
Get ready.
My notes.
Get ready. Okay.
Doing some cinema here. Doing a little cinema here.
So let me first do my job as I knock out Cody and Roman. Awesome. That was a great story. And everyone loved event. Thank you for the big screen. What are we doing? Everyone loved event. Everyone loved Avengers.
I needed my glasses to see what you said.
Everyone loved Avengers Endgame when the portal scene happened, when everyone came in, because it was like the culmination. But you know what? This is called, I believe it was called Best Match of the Year. And if we were going back and saying Endgame versus Infinity War, you pick Infinity War, because Endgame was just kind of just like, I'm just going to put a cherry on this fucking mess. Cody and Roman needed to happen, and it was all about the spectacle. When you talk about the actual best wrestling match, my argument today is between me and Joker. This is the argument for the 3 points, because I think Roman and Cody get the 1 point, because you're both on the 1 point argument, just because it was spectacle over actual match. So I can't disagree with what Joker said. Phenomenal match. Bailey, I'm going to mispronounce it again. Io or Ego. I always mess it up. Io.
Yeah.
Phenomenal match.
That's negative 5 points right there, dude. You fucking old man.
Put the old man glasses back up.
Get off my fucking lawn. Get my 12 gauge. Get off my Gran Torino. The reason I went, and I really considered Bailey and Io, but the reason I went with Sammy and Gunther was just because of the significance of beating Gunther. Gunther was the huge IC champion, 600 plus days. And you have two great wrestlers. We are now talking about Gunther taking it in a couple weeks from Damian and becoming the new heel champion. And Sammy, look, I think I wasn't part of it, but I think Sammy will probably lose at this match to Braun Breaker. But Sami Zayn has been a consistent, solid wrestler, technically great, constantly entertaining, and this was the underdog going over the massive beast. This was Rocky versus Ivan Drago, East versus West. Yes, it was.
Boo.
We
No one.
Sammy
No
won,
one
Sammy won,
no one
and
interrupted
there was
you, Ryan.
no bullshit. There was no shenanigans. There was no portals popping up. This is a straight out wrestling match. And I think
Portals.
the fact that it was for the IC belt
Sorry.
compared to Roman and Cody, I think it was a better match.
Okay, Matt, you're up.
Wait, hold up, real quick, dude. Without Infinity War, there was no end game. Just for the record, you know that, right?
I am aware, but Infinity War is much better.
It was much better, but
Okay,
the
Matt, you're
same.
up.
Okay, so as compelling as your counter arguments were there, Brad, and had it just been Ego's arguments you were countering, and Ryan had not brought up the same match, you would have knocked Ego out. I admit that, but Brian brought up some very interesting points about how that match represents some of the legacy of WWE, which part of the storytelling element that gets lost so often in wrestling is like wrestling matches don't happen in a vacuum. You know what I mean? Their storylines that sometimes refer back to things 10 or 15 years ago if they do it well, you know? And so for that reason, I really want to say Bayley versus Io is the best because it's an amazing match. If I were picking just purely on what happened in the ring, Bayley versus Io is one of the 5 best matches of the year. You know, and that's including stuff I watch outside of WWE. It's but I have to go with Cody Roman as a 3-pointer.
Wait, for Ryan and Ego or just
the way we've been doing is that ties get the equal. You know.
Okay.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay,
So all
that's
of you
fine.
are getting points for this one, basically, right? So the arguments with Bayley versus Io versus Sam versus Gunther, all right, and I got to go again for the reason you guys said. I got to go with Sam versus Gunther for the 2-pointer.
Okay.
But if it were me, my instincts, Bayley versus Io is the best match of that pay-per-view. Well, of the ones mentioned anyway. You know, so
Cool. No worries. All right. Next category: best on-screen character of 2020.
I thought we're doing best.
For the people that don't know, can you explain best character? Because I know that we got confused.
Character is the character that you see on TV, and the best on-screen character. Who has done the best on-screen performance of this year?
Okay, so I actually thought number 4 was breast breakouts. All right, so hold on.
Well, we can.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I just had it written down different.
Okay.
I got mine.
I got mine.
I got 5 on it.
I got it.
And reveal. Okay, Ego, nice one. Okay. Brad, we'll let you go first. Chatty Daddy.
Okay. So I think what you have to do overall is look at Chad Gable throughout the year and what he's been. We have the Alpha Academy, which is kind of floundering, and then he started aligning himself with Sami Zayn, and he's like I felt like he was like trying to be like Apollo to Sami's Rocky, and he was like, I know I didn't get the chance, but I'm going to support you, and we got that perfect, the heel turn, and the heel turn going after Sami, and then the heel turn affects the rest of his crew. And now we have the Alpha Academy blowing up. Now, I'm anticipating counter arguments, and I know you're going to make them. You're like, it's not going so well. And okay, that's a fair point. But I think if you look at throughout the year so far and what he's done and where he's going, he's still engaging with Alpha Academy, and he's reforming his new alliance with Alpha Academy 2.0 with the Creed brothers.
Yeah, the Gable stable.
Gable. Ooh, Gable stable's better. You better trademark that right now before Trips gets on that. I honestly think Chad Gable's character work helped him get his new contract negotiated. I think that's pretty significant. I think the dude he's shown that he's much more than he first appeared. He was kind of a dime store Kurt Angle. And now he's showing that, you know what? Yeah, he's got that Kurt Angle background, but his Kurt Angle background, he's a different sort of heel than Kurt Angle. And I kind of like where it's going. Now, where it's going with the Wyatt Six, that really depends on the Wyatt Six. And actually, I'd like him to be away from the Wyatt Six. I wanted to go back to him and the old Alpha Academy, because I think that is a more interesting story for him and the Alpha Academy. But if you look, like I say, from beginning to where we are now, it is a really solid work by a guy who's still doing work in the ring and wrestling with his character in the ring.
Okay. Ego.
All right. So I guess the weird thing is, did y'all ever watch Doug back in the 90s? Like when it first came out on Nickelodeon?
Absolutely.
I was in college.
Okay, everyone outside for JV. Then if you watch
Also Brad.
Okay,
I was in
Brad.
college.
Okay. All right. I will say for the most part, Doug was just an all-around decent guy, but he had a nemesis named Roger Klotz. He was green and had these orange hair, always slicked back, and wore a leather jacket. And whenever you saw Roger Klotz, you're like, damn, trouble is coming on the way for whoever he intends it to be. And everyone's catching strays with Roger Klotz on the prowl. And that's what if you see CM Punk. It's gotten to the point wherever I see him, someone's catching hell. And I do not know who has earned his wrath, but they've earned enough for me. Him screwing over Drew McIntyre last month was one of the most hilarious in-ring things I've ever seen. And so on brand with just someone you love to hate. You're hoping that he doesn't actually turn his wrath on you for whatever reason, but you'd like to see it happen to other people. It's gotten to the point where, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. It's gotten to the point where the interesting thing about CM Punk is I've never seen him wrestle at all. I don't know how I ever missed the CM Punk train. Oh, I've never seen him wrestle. No, never. No. I saw him do the pipe bomb, and that's it. I see him screw people over on the mic.
Remember his age. Like, so CM Punk disappeared from W like 8 or 9 years ago. And if you didn't watch AEW, you didn't.
How old are you?
Hold on. How old are you?
I am 30. I'll be 38 this year. So, like, by the time
I'm 38, motherfucker.
I missed the CM Punk and the John Cena train. I was in school. I only got out of school like in 2018. So between
and he was raised much differently than most of us were.
Well, the thing is, I could watch it from like 95 to maybe 01. And then it kind of tailed off.
Yeah, then you missed the
That's
whole
what I'm saying. Yeah. So like I missed the entire run. I only got reintroduced. Yeah, I missed the entire run.
Ego, how were you raised differently?
Oh, conservative. A lot. Yeah, homeschooled. Like Johnny Douglas. So it's just
can I send you a Dropbox to CM Punk's?
Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, I don't
documentary. It's fucking awesome. I don't understand. I will Dropbox it to you. It's so good.
That's fine. Bro, I will drop my email in the private chat right now because I don't understand.
CM Punk's a WWE documentary is outstanding. It tells you who CM Punk is. It shows. I've got to get it to you. I'll get it to you. Don't worry, I promise.
Right.
You got to watch.
I feel like Ego needs to win because just Jesus.
I've never seen. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so interested in someone I've never seen wrestle before.
Okay.
JV. Okay. So to go on with what's said, as Ego has not seen CM Punk wrestle for 2024, we have not seen CM Punk wrestle outside of the one time at the Royal Rumble.
Nice.
So this feud that has been building, which has nuclear heat to it right now, CM Punk has not laced his boots up and stepped foot in a match, and it is all because of character. When CM Punk When CM Punk is on screen, you listen just a little more intently. You pay attention just a little more closely. This is not the time where you go take a bathroom break or go to the fridge to grab a beer. You're paying attention to what CM Punk is doing on screen because the character is so compelling, and what he does to put someone over, because Drew McIntyre is doing the best work he has done in his entire career because he has been paired with CM Punk. This has been, again, on-screen character. CM Punk has not been in a match all year long. And this feud is one of the biggest stories in the entire WWE. And it's all because of character. Ryan, Uncle Howdy.
All right, here we go. So I'm highlighting people because, quite frankly, I don't have glasses like Brad does, so I don't see as well.
I'm
So
10 years older than you.
that's true, Brad.
13.
I'm not judging. We love you. That being said, so it's best on-screen character. Best on-screen character. What is the biggest on-screen reveal since WrestleMania? It's not CM Punk. It's not Cody Rhodes winning the title. It's not Braun Breaker. No, it's Uncle Howdy, formerly Bo Dallas of You Have to Believe, which I hated Bo Dallas. I hated him so. I hated
Were you
him.
with Bo Dallas?
No, I hated him so much. But his catchphrase, you have to believe. I love that. This has literally resurrected, what Bray Wyatt did in the Wyatt Six. Uncle Howdy is back. This is something that quite frankly, fans, they were just on board for without question. They loved it. They were a part of it. And it was yes, Alex. Bo Dallas was annoying. Uncle Howdy miles better. Yes. But I will always say you have to believe because Bo Dallas became Uncle Howdy. And the resurgence of the of the Wyatt family, now the Wyatt Six, even JV, even Duke, Brad and Ego would agree that is probably one of the best on-screen resurgences of all time. It's my case.
All right, Matt, you're up.
Yeah, I think Ryan was pretty clear and obvious with this one. The Uncle Howdy resurgence with Bo Leave, and I actually like Bo Leave because I like Brother Love, and it was like the same thing over and over again. But
all I know is I still remember seeing the space shuttle lift off with Bo Leave.
Yeah, you have to believe.
You got to believe.
But that 3-pointer is Uncle Howdy. I mean, I hope they don't screw it up because it's been amazing so far.
I hope so too.
I was impressed when they let them like semi-murder everyone in the back. Like I was impressed.
Yep.
I'm getting concerned.
As far as the 2-pointer, got to go to Punk. So there's your tie on
that's
that
fair.
Yeah.
I knew it.
And Ego, in case you're wondering why his character is so believable, because in real life, Phil is an asshole like that.
Oh, he really is. Oh, it's not a joke.
Really is. Not a joke.
I am uploading. I'm uploading CM Punk Best in the World documentary right now to Dropbox.
Yeah.
I will send you the link.
All right, I'll take it.
Phil leaves a trail of former friends and former whatevers and like behind him, like you wouldn't believe.
He really is
like
that guy.
Sherman.
Oh, wow.
It's Sherman through Atlanta. That's what he is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. CM Punk's March to the Sea.
Yo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, and just
one
final comment on Chad Gable. You made some really good points on it, and I almost felt where you were going with it. It's just The other ones just kind of outrank it, you know.
No, that's totally fair. Totally fair.
And I also feel like we're in chapter 3 of Chad Gable's progress, whereas we're more like halfway through the book with the other 2 characters for the year. So, you know.
And honestly, the only reason I went Chad Gable is because he's actually been wrestling, so I thought he was telling more of his story through the wrestling.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, next. Breakout star or rookie of the year so far.
I suspect we're going to have a lot of the same things.
I do too.
Okay, mine's ready.
I'm ready.
Set.
There we go.
Ego, you ready?
I'm ready now. Yes.
Yeah, he had to spell
And-
Jade right.
Shit.
And reveal.
Oh, this is
Don't.
Wow.
Don't.
Wow.
That's not what this is about. Okay.
Wow.
It's not what this is about.
Wow.
You have no permission to even like Stephanie Wakur now. Gone. Withdrawn.
Holy shit.
Okay.
We have a dual split.
Okay.
Honestly, I totally picked Joker going Tiffany, but wow.
So
I mean,
I
not
will
just
go-
a betrayal.
Wow. So I'll go first, and we'll alternate.
Mm.
So when I thought of this category, these were the 2 names that came to my head first: Tiffany Stratton and Braun. Easily. I mean, they have been on the main roster since the Rumble, and they have been doing the best work of any breakout star so far. The draft was months later, so they have been the most active call-ups from NXT. While Braun Breaker was doing squash matches, which was just laying a foundation, Tiffany Stratton was involved in the women's title picture pretty much almost from day one. I called it months ago. She was going to win Money in the Bank. She has. Braun Breaker will probably have a title before Tiffany does. But by the end of the year, Braun will have a mid-tier title. Tiffany will have the top title. So as of right now, what Tiffany is doing has had more bigger spotlight moments put on her than Braun has. Braun has been doing much better work recently, but as far as a consistent spotlight, it's been Tiffy time since the Rumble. We'll go Brad.
Oh, you switched it on that reason.
Yes, I did. Brad.
So obviously we've seen Braun Breaker, and we talked about this a little bit tonight. And I
love
think
this show,
the
by the way.
significant thing that I've noticed is the comparisons to Brock Lesnar. And Ryan was talking about this a little earlier.
Thank you, Revenge.
I think Braun is being handled much better. Braun is being portrayed as a force, but not a stupid, ridiculous force the way Lesnar was. I can't imagine anyone thinks that Braun is not going to win over Sammy. He's being portrayed properly as a force, but without overdoing it. I think. Hold on, I have to. This out again. Someone said, going into the Hall of Fame. That was said tonight of Braun Breaker. Literally, dude. When did he come out? In April. What's that? Actually, you know what? I can't read what I just said. I can't remember what I wrote. But the introduction, I think, to the way the Braun Breaker's been portrayed is so much better. He's being molded as a Brock Lesnar-like character, but it's more realistic, which I think works for today's audience. The audience of current WWE is a little more realistic. We still had the Attitude Era back when Lesnar appeared. So I think the fact that he has lost and made him angry, angry Braun Breaker after he lost to Sami Zayn, his added to his character. It has made him more fierce. It's made him more dangerous. And I get where Joker's going. He's like, he's always going to be mid Carter. Yeah, you know why he's going to be mid Carter? Because we have to deal with Gunther right now.
Right.
So there, as opposed to the women's card where she's going to go and take out Bailey and Nia. I mean, you know, there's not much there. So it's fine that Braun has to wait a little bit. But I think his premiere overall has cemented himself as a legitimately dangerous person that that the fans believe he's dangerous. And I think that is what has made him a breakout star, from my opinion. And I'm certain Ryan will supplement.
Ego, Tiffany Stratton.
All right, y'all might have to put the
which I think we're all surprised.
I know.
We're all surprised.
I know.
That's not how you spell Jade. It starts with a J.
I'm surprised.
I'm gonna explain this. Please put the ISO camera on me for this one, guys. Okay.
Oh, he wants the hard red camera.
It's gonna require the hard camera. Yeah.
I'm sending this to Jade right now.
Please don't. Just I was under duress. I'm blinking because I'm calling for help. All right. So when I get to know someone as a wrestler or anything in general, I need to know: do you know what this is gonna take? The toll on your body. Who trained you to do what you're gonna be able to do? Do you know the history of what you're going to be doing and what are the results? All right. That's how I broke this down. All right. First of all, we're talking about, do you know what the toll is going to take on your body? So checking this out for Tiffany Stratton, she's already done bodybuilding and weightlifting. So and especially in the category of physique. Physique is more like you're not bikini, which means I'm not slim and curvaceous. Bodybuilding, I'm not too huge. Physique, for my weight of 143 pounds, can I look like I have some muscle and move some work? She does that. So she's got the weightlifting and the bodybuilding behind that. As far as who trained you, we're looking at Greg Gagne, who was actually from American Wrestling Association and maybe did some work with WWE. Her prettiest moonsault ever is a play off of the best moonsault ever from Chris Daniels of WCW and WWE. So she knows her history. She's got great training. And the thing is, she was personally trained by Greg Gagne. Not like I went to WWE, they put me to NXT, and then I saw Greg Gagne. Like, she went to Greg Gagne first before she even got to NXT. We're talking about after all this happened, we're talking about what's been the results. I'm just going to run down the shit that happened since the debut in NXT she had. She was a heel, played a spoiled rich girl. She's done NXT ladder matches, an 8-woman tag match, a submission match before she even got to the WWE. And before she actually, by the time that she got to WWE for the Royal Rumble in January, like, she was pretty much solidified at the training level, at the level of taking care of her body, at the level of being in the ring. It's gotten to the point where I thought that what her third main match that I remember was Elimination Chamber. I found out that during the men's match, people were yelling for Tiffy time during the men's match. And Tiffy had already had her match and she lost. So I'm saying you got crowd work. You know what it's going to take on your body. You understand the history. You've got great training. You've got decent mic work. And you can do an all-around match. You're a utility wrestler. I am blown away by the fact that she's only been technically main roster for 6 months. And as to say anyone else other than Tiffany Stratton for me would be blasphemy. So that's how I write in there.
I think we've had a learning moment here from Ego. I think we should give him a round of applause. Coming around. Thank you, sir.
I got that.
Thank you. I hate to do it, but I have to give her props. I have to.
All right, Ryan, close it out. Braun Breaker.
Well, I hate to give Ego props, but he's had a learning moment, and quite frankly, he's had a coming to Jesus where, quite frankly, we never thought we'd see that on this panel. So, that being said, I think Tiffany Stratton is awesome. She really is. My issue is that she's painted as basically a Barbie. She's bejeweled and quite frankly, great. So little girls can see themselves in her. We didn't have this problem a long time ago. But now modern WWE has to paint people as this. That's not my argument. Braun Breaker, for the fact that I have actually criticized him on this stream, he has had the most explosive debut of any WWE NXT superstar in this discussion. And literally, the guy next to me was the biggest one. He literally sang Braun Breaker. Look, and I think Braun Breaker is drastically better than Brock Lesnar. Well, he's younger, so of course his debut was better. It was explosive, it was powerful, it wasn't over the top the way that you needed older wrestlers who had been established themselves like Hulk Hogan. And yes, The Rock put Brock Lesnar over. If The Rock said, fuck this guy, and Stone Cold Steve Austin said, fuck this guy, there'd be no that. But Braun Breaker is good. He's very, very good. He's explosive.
He's good.
He comes out of nowhere. And look, I know that we're like, kind of quibbling on this. I like Tiffany Stratton too. Trust me. But I think that Braun Breaker's entry into this was more explosive. It was more shocking, and not taking this away from Tiffany. She has made her way close to the top. But I think that I think Braun is going to be more explosive as a superstar in the long run, much like Batista, who nobody had a thought about the fact that he would be athletic, he would be charismatic, and quite frankly, I think Braun is the next quote Batista and might actually take it to another height. But
Okay.
shout out to the fact that Ego can find somebody else other than Jade.
All right, Matt, you're up.
So first, and I will not hold this against those points, but it's Greg Gagne. He's a son
I
of,
was
he's
sorry
a son
about
of
that.
Vern Gagne. They're legendary wrestlers from AWA. And he's probably most famous. If you remember what the Super Flyers with him and Jim
Some of it.
Jim
The tag team, right?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can probably find matches. If you have the W Network, they're all over there. They own all the AWA matches. Matches. So
It's on
anyway.
Peacock now.
yeah.
It is on the Peacock.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, so as to
$5.99 a month.
the arguments, have good arguments on all sides, and I'm not saying it's just. And you guys know I love Braun Breaker, but I'm not saying it's just because Tiffany is hot. But they made the better argument for Tiffany over Braun here. Okay, and
Totally fair.
yep. So you got the 3-pointers and 2-pointers. And Ryan on Braun Breaker, he is the best potential wrestler since I first saw Mark Calloway in old WCW.
Ego, that would be the Undertaker, just for your record.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was like, ooh, maybe they'll tell me.
Wait,
who it
you
is.
didn't know? I was being a smartass.
I thought I got by.
I still can't believe he's never seen any of CM Punk's matches.
I have
Oh
not.
my God,
Everyone
Matt.
says it.
All right.
Can we award JV
Yeah.
3 points and Ego 2 for that?
Let me. I have
It'll be
shared with you the documentary.
No,
You will get to see. You get to see CM Punk backyard wrestling with his buddies when he was a kid. This is when WWE was doing these great documentaries on DVDs and everything. They don't do it anymore. It's good stuff.
Somewhat like a Shawn Michaels. I'm just asking real quick.
All right, next
No.
category.
No.
No.
His own category. Okay.
Oh,
his own category.
hold on. Matt was not finished. with
Well, I was going to
this
say one
move.
final follow up because these Braun Breaker comparisons to Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, I don't know why, because he's an actual real wrestler. He was as bad as Goldberg was when he first came around.
Mhm.
He had no in ring
that.
ability, and I don't mean Goldberg in WWE. I mean go back to WCW and when Goldberg didn't even know how to suplex people properly. It's like
The only reason Brock Lesnar is not paralyzed is because he's built a fucking muscle. Because he killed himself on the shooting star press.
But anyway, so our 3 pointers are the Tiffies and our 2 pointers are the Browns.
Okay. Yeah,
Even
no.
though Tiffy technically has her own natural 2 pointers, which are pretty good too. So.
Well, she has 3 pointers, maybe 4 pointers, depending on how you roll there, boys. Don't look at me like that, JB.
Next category.
Is
Best female wrestler of 2024 so far.
well,
Total
goddamn it!
package.
Why is EO trying? I'm sorry.
That-
left eye trying his eyes. He's like, oh no, I'm crying. All right, hold up.
I'm
You
set.
can't say the same thing over and over again.
That's what I was clarifying today.
Just because you want to touch your penis to her, stop it. Revenge.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yep.
I haven't typed it. I will.
Ego, you ready? Use your words.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay.
Hold.
Are we
please.
ready?
I'm
Oh.
set.
Okay.
Had a brain fart. Yeah. No. Got it back. There it is.
Okay. And
go.
all right. And reveal. Wow. Okay. Wow. We got Tiffy again. We got Liv Morgan. Wow. Okay. So I will let Brad go first.
So this is best female overall. And we have to combine both character and wrestling. So that's why I was very specific when I was looking at character, in which I was considering Liv. But I had to say no, because I have to separate them. So this one with Chad. Now we have the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. So Liv Morgan comes back, and let me go back and check my stats on this, because I went back and checked her wrestling. Because remember, she got injured, and she came back, and her whole thing was to like take the belt. And what we have combined is solid wrestling. And let me just say this. I remember when I first started seeing Liv, I didn't think she was that great of a wrestler. I think she's putting in some very solid work right now. I think she's doing some legitimately better than some other women in the women's division. Is she the best? I can't say she's the best. I don't think any of us could say Liv Morgan is the best female wrestler out there. That's fair. I'm like, when I think of the best female wrestlers, I'm like at Charlotte and Becky. But is she legitimate enough to buy it? Yeah. Yes, she is. And when you couple what she's doing in the ring to maintain her belt along with the character, this is where I get complete package for 2024. And I think, honestly, her character work even enhances it to the point of putting it over. So we have the Judgment Day, right? What's the most important thing right now in the Judgment Day? What's going on with Liv Morgan? What's going on with Dirty Dom? We got basically Lolita tempting Dom away from Rhea. This is soap operas for dudes. We get fighting and we get a little bit of drama behind the scenes. And then we get this week apparently some nice Daisy Dukes. And I feel okay saying it because the girl's 30 years old, so that I be a very young dad to her. She's fucking hot. She looks awesome, and she's playing her role so well. And we know how it's going to play out when she beats Rhea and then turns Dom. Yeah, I'm predicting it, but overall, best female performer this year? I mean, come on. Io Sky is a great wrestler. Yeah. But who's talking about Io Sky? Tiffany Stratton? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about her for potentially, but the only person that really, you go check YouTube, go check all socials. It's all Liv Morgan. This is the revenge tour on like fucking cocaine. It's insane.
Okay. Ryan, you want to add to Liv Morgan?
Well, all right. It's my turn. I didn't think you would do that next. All right. So we actually saw the fact that Dom Mysterio or Rhea Ripley said, "We're through. We're done. I hate you." And it was just like a clown show and stuff like that. That was that's very, very, very good soap opera-ness. But the thing is though, is that Liv Morgan, she's just not good for soap opera or anything like that. She is actually a good competitor. She is agile, she knows how to do things, and quite frankly, being the number one female right now, there is no other person who compares. It's not Tiffany Stratton. It's not Io Sky, who quite frankly I would take a freaking run on as 6'4" and she's like 5'1". It's just not. All eyes are on, and I made this literally an hour and a half ago. All eyes are on literally Dom and Liv Morgan. All eyes are on it. This is the best wrestling has right now. Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest, nobody cares about the titles. It's all about the clips that you see on social media of literally Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, and the fact that Mommy has come back, and Rhea Ripley. That's it. That's it. So, quite frankly, the social media just explains itself. But no, Liv Morgan is doing God's work for the women, and she's taking bullets, and she has the title, and she's crying, and she's just like she's doing it all. We have not seen that since,
Okay.
quite frankly, in my opinion, Trish Stratus.
Okay.
Name drop.
Ego, do you just want to add your previous arguments into right here, or do you have something else to add?
Eagles.
Muted.
You're muted. You're muted.
Jade is taking his voice away for betraying her.
Well, I mean,
Rick?
real quick, hold on. Well, he figures that out. Jacob says, "Good evening, you crazy
Can you hear me?
cats." Yes, we can hear
So,
you.
Jacob,
Okay, sorry. Had to
Real
switch mics.
quick.
No, I would
Mal-
say my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. You're
Just
good. It's
real
your
quick, in
turn.
addition to what I said, is that the fact that I consider it to be a badge of honor that you can work more than a triple threat, let alone one with up to 8 people, or even a ladder match without getting anyone seriously injured. So, we talked about safety being the main thing here. And on top of all the things she's been able to do, she's been able to do it safely. As far as do it with the athletic ability that she has with gymnastics and trampoline works, which works well into her best moonsault ever, I think she is the best package. I mean, it's gonna be kind of the girly way, but I mean, it kind of works. Like, so she has a whole shtick that works out for her by bedazzling the Money in the Bank pink at some point, saying it's on Tiffy time. She's got the complete package to me. So I say, why can't the best wrestler also be the best rookie? I mean, to me, I haven't seen anything like that remotely in any sport since Jordan in '84.
Gotcha.
Wait, hold on. You said Michael
whoa.
Jordan in '84?
I'm gonna find a flag and throw it.
Wait, am I off by a year? What?
If I had a fucking moon, I'd throw it. Since Michael
What year was
Jordan,
And
Since
honestly,
Mike-
Jordan's rookie.
Mike-
honestly,
Michael
Jordan's
Jordan-
rookie year was not the best.
The best year that I don't care. I don't care. If he didn't break his foot, he would have been even better. All right. Broken foot aside, at the rate that he was going, he was going to be the best player his first year out. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, but
I haven't
how
seen-
how does that relate to Tiffany
Let
Stratton?
Brian stop. Brian stop.
On me for this one. What?
Let the opposing counsel hang himself.
Sorry.
First of all, I'm loosening the rope, throwing it off. All right. I'm saying that at the rate that she's at right now, it would have been akin to the rate that Michael Jordan was going at his rookie year. Now, a broken foot limited him, but at that rate, he was doing 25-5 rookie year. I don't think anyone actually hit that rookie numbers until like Tyreek Evans in like 2009. So I'm saying at the rate that she was going, and again, same thing. She had a head injury when she was in NXT, and that sidelined for a few months, but she's still going at a meteoric ride back then. I'm making them very similar.
Let's let honorable Judge Matt take into account that LeftEyeEgo was just compared Tiffany Stratton to Michael Jordan, and I think it's
Matt,
your
let
turn
the
to
record
talk.
show that I've been player hated on. Okay, this is pure player hateration on my part. And
We acknowledge you've abandoned your girl like the Democratic Party has abandoned Joe Biden. We acknowledge that.
No.
Io Sky.
Hold on. It's not even that bad. It's the fact that you compared anyone to the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan. Even JV would look at you and go, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
How was this a problem? I'm just saying, how is this a problem? That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Allow me to put this show back on the rails here. Io Sky, best female wrestler of the year so far. Io Sky. Liv Morgan is a great character. Her in-ring work is mid at best, and I'm a Liv Morgan fan. She has done some of the best character work she has ever done because she finally has a character she can sink her teeth into. Io Sky is one of the best female wrestlers in the world, technically speaking. So you have now the knock on Io is that English is not her first language, but they have found a way around that by these little vignettes where she's speaking in Japanese and the dramatic photos and music, which gets to convey her promo in a effective way. Now, couple that with now getting the unhinged Io back from Black and Gold, and combine it with also, as Ego said, safety. Prime example when Lyra Valkyria was going to go do a tornado DDT off the ropes at Money in the Bank, and her foot slipped. Io Sky sandbagged to prevent injury, and probably had the best probably had the best spot of not just that event, but quite a few events with that Michinoku driver off a ladder onto a ladder bridge to Zoe Stark. She is one of the best sellers. She is one of the best workers. And as a total package, when you're talking female wrestler, Io Sky is the best the WWE has presently on their roster. Matt, you're up.
Michael Jordan.
Hold
Michael
on,
Jordan.
Hold on, real quick. I'm just saying. Never mind.
What?
Tiffany
Ryan,
did
there's
not-
times you don't argue. You just let it.
Oh
hang.
no, I was gonna make a joke about what.
Like,
JV
I
said,
tried.
because
I tried to go slowly
I'd let her
based.
Michinoku driver me.
I try to solely go based on your guys' arguments, but Michael Jordan. I mean,
Why
like,
not?
Tiffany hasn't even had the best rookie of a W female wrestler in the past 20 years, right? To compare this to Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Okay, so I Ego. This is one where maybe that
You're taking points away. That's fair.
that concussion that Jay gave you last night in the bedroom has held through. You know,
She told me to stand on business.
What is that?
Okay, so to the more serious contenders for the points.
Shit.
Who, I mean, fair. Okay.
Was it an anniversary, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, that's why Jay is not doing well in the ring. Ego's tiring her out of the ring. So you know.
Shit.
Okay. So, okay. Breathe. Okay. Okay. Based on the argument you guys made, it's Io Sky, right? Liv, and it's not because like let's say Brad had someone different than Liv, Ryan would have got the 2 points because you bring up the biggest thing involved in wrestling, which is the business side of it, right? You can be as great as you want in the ring, but if you suck for business, you're going to be a mid-carder. It's not going to push you, you know? So, but Io Sky has had a fabulous year, like that Joker pointed out, that Michinoku, and you said saved Tiffany from injury, saved Lyra from injury. I said in my review of that, she may have saved her life the way that move was looking like, you know. But anyway, so Io Sky 3-pointer, Liv the 2-pointer, and Daisy the 1-pointer, and Tiffany negative 17-pointer.
Okay, minus 17. That's fair.
Yeah. Michael Jordan. Wow.
Michael Jordan. He said the black guy.
Okay. All I'm saying is, what do you want from me? Okay, I was too far on Jade, and now I just say 2 things in honor.
Okay, guys.
Tiff.
Officially, as per this
This is
show,
the thanks I
Tiffany
got.
Stratton is the Michael Jordan of wrestling.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm writing that next time. Okay.
Yeah.
That
Joker
will be...
spinning. Joker spinning. By the way.
I know.
It was too much for him to take. Too much.
When you when you went Jordan for Tiffany, I mean, as much as he's in a Tiffy time, he couldn't take it.
That's fair. He said he broke. Tiffy time watch broke.
Yeah. It's a bold play, Cotton. Let's see how it worked out for him.
Yeah.
All right. That being said, so we're gonna go around the horn. JV is back.
Oh, there he is.
He belongs up here, and quite frankly, Ego belongs in the pit of abyss. So we'll let Ego go first, since Michael Jordan.
All right, guys. So it is apparently Tiffany Stratton's / Michael Jordan fan club president membership of 1. I've got some movie reviews that we did for both Long Legs and Oddity coming out pretty soon. 2 different movies that were very similar in the fact that it's only like 4 characters, 3 places that the movie was done, and it was fairly with a low budget, but the results are quite different. So be on the lookout for me and Shiro's reviews of that. Also been working with a new type of action figure there that's related to the Wolverine Deadpool 3 movie that's coming out this Friday, so look out for that as well. And again,
Awesome.
Tiffany Stratton is the Michael Jordan of a rookie year. That's all I say. All I say.
Jesus Christ. Just fucking kick him. That being said, Matt, what you got coming up?
I dropped my review of TNA's Slammiversary just before the show. That's up now. I have a couple other videos that dropped this week. Book reviews for Baron Luthien that's edited by Christopher Tolkien, and The Great Escape by Paul Brickhill, which is what the movie was based on. And if you're really entertained, I dropped Jacob and my live reading of A is for Alien as well, which is for your entertainment. What's coming up this weekend? There's a Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view. I'll drop my picks for that probably Thursday night or Friday sometime. There's a match of the year candidate on there if you want to watch anything like WWE with Mark Briscoe versus bring my brain just lost. I wanted to say Barry Windham. Mark Briscoe versus Roderick Strong. So that's redneck kung fu. Mark Briscoe, and then we got what else? Tomorrow we'll be on Roman's channel for not the Acolyte.
No.
Yep. And which is just a round table for that time. My stream on Friday at 5:00, Friday Pandemonium. Jacob and I will be talking about all sorts of topics. Obviously here next week. And hopefully have some reviews of Hornblower episode 2 and Sharp episode season 4 episode 2 this weekend. That's kind of what I got going on.
Awesome.
All right.
Brad, seeing as you don't think that somebody is comparable to Michael Jordan, what you got going on?
So all my reviews of The Acolyte, all 8 episodes, are on my channel because it is so awesome. Let's bring on season 2. I'm gonna give a recommendation, and honestly, this was really weird in my home. My significant other goes, "Let's watch something," and she said, "Let's watch Dark Side of the Ring." So
Nice.
we've been watching Dark Side of the Ring. And I've been explaining a lot of stuff to her. And honestly, I'm seeing some stuff that I didn't know. Some really weird ass shit. If like I'm mainly WWE, WWF, WCW guy, and seeing some of the other stuff that happens, it is some weird shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch a show. It's really well done, really well produced. Go watch it. And we're about to start Benoit. That's gonna be dark as fuck. But this weekend, for my anniversary, which both of us forgot was at the beginning of the month, we are gonna have a nice lunch and then go watch Deadpool and Wolverine, which I may have not seen already. But I will do a review this weekend. And go watch that. And I will probably edit my final Star Trek Discovery Season 5 review. Also, I'll be on. I will be talking shit tomorrow night. Today, my time on Static 2020's weekend pregame. Oh, because fucking hell, shit's going on in the world.
Lastly, and certainly not least, the man who gets to say goodbye, that would be Mr. JV, Mr. Joker Voice. Go ahead.
That's right. You can catch me tomorrow along with Matt with Roman of the Empire doing a free range stream. And you having internet issues. You guys are roboting, so I'm going to end this real quick here. Even though he compared her to Michael Jordan. Goodbye, folks, and toodles.
Oh, I'm having problems. It's StreamYard.
If you smile, what the law is cooked. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing 275 pounds, the People's Champion, The Rock